It is not an easy thing to lose a loved one.
I can't think of a larger impact on a family than an unnecessary death, and that's exactly what this was.
September 2017, a Glen Highway commuter witnesses a car veer off the road.
They called 911, they reported it.
The caller tells dispatchers, "We just saw someone go full speed into the side of the road," explaining, "This just happened like maybe 1 minute ago." The time? About 20 minutes past noon. Jeff Vance is the attorney who's taken up the family's case.
He drifted off the road, his car impacted into some trees, and he was seriously injured.
Injured and trapped just off the northbound lanes of the Glen Highway, between the on-ramp of the Old Glen and the First Knik River Bridge. And this is where it happened. Records show that Mr. Bishop's vehicle left the roadway, came down this embankment, and continued traveling until it came to rest just inside that tree line. 4 hours later, an alert goes out. 71-year-old Gary Bishop and his Ford Crown Vic are missing. After hearing news reports about the missing man, the original 911 caller believes that's who he must have seen and returns to the site the next day.
He went out there, and he found him, 20 feet off the road.
29 hours after Mr. Bishop first went off the road and that initial 911 call, the witness calls again.
Public Safety Dispatch.
Dispatch, I'm on northbound on the Glen, about milepost 30.
Okay.
There's a purple Crown Vic in the ditch with the driver's deceased.
The driver's alive, but barely.
And you don't think he's just sleeping? You actually believe he is deceased?
I'm pretty sure he's deceased because I seen this guy run off the road yesterday and I called 911.
Okay.
And he's still in the vehicle.
Although revived at the scene, Bishop would spend the next several months in a coma until his death on February 4th, 140 days after the crash.
He wasn't found by the Alaska State Troopers or any other law enforcement agency, and that's problematic.
Dispatch logs obtained by Channel 2 show the responding state trooper says he came down the on-ramp, stopped his car where it met the Glen Highway, got out, walked the tree line, but he never saw Mr. Bishop's car.
Mr. Bishop's vehicle was 22 feet from the edge of the outbound Glen blacktop. Anybody walking by could look down and see that vehicle. Clearly, this officer did not walk the tree line.
That miss has led to a wrongful death lawsuit. The state of Alaska, Department of Public Safety, the responding trooper, the municipality of Anchorage, the Anchorage Police Department, and the city of Wasilla, all named as defendants, all declining comment, citing the pending litigation.
Without a doubt, that was a failure of the 911 system.
Bishop's medical care topped more than $1 million. He suffered, his family suffered, and a beloved pilot, husband, father, grandfather is gone.
There's no doubt in the medical record and in the evidence that we have that earlier intervention could have saved his life.
The lawsuit, sharply critical of the 911 system's breakdown when a man and his family needed it most.